Alright. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? It's Monday. Ghost is live. What's going on? No, I'm kidding. It's my Easter holiday today, basically. I work during the Good Friday holiday, so I took Monday off. Sorry, I just gotta remove something there. My bad. Alright, so welcome everybody. We're here to do some commentary for our awesome gentlemen over at the GTRC League. And typically we do these things on Saturday afternoons, but I had some construction going on at my house on this particular day, and it was just way too noisy to do the commentary for these guys. So we're going to do a rebroadcast for you guys. So this is going to be a replay broadcast, so we won't have the live action replays or anything like that, ladies and gentlemen, but we're still going to bring you all the great action that we missed on Saturday with these guys. Now, this is a 14-round season. It's a Group 4 series. It's a manufacturer series. We got boosted up in the chat saying, yo, what's going on, man? Hey, how's it going? Welcome, everybody. Good race last night, Booster, my man. Nice run. So this is kind of a double point system series, ladies and gentlemen. So it's a manufacturer series, meaning that each manufacturer shown on track has two drivers. So there's two of Ferrari, there's two Lamborghinis, there's two BMWs, there's two Toyotas, so on and so forth. So that, in that sense, those two drivers are driving for cumulative points for the manufacturer that they are driving for. How's it going, Doug? How you feeling today, brother? How you doing? Also, they're driving for individual points, ladies and gentlemen. So the drivers are also driving for an individual championship, as well as trying to earn points for the respective manufacturer for the car they're driving all season as well. So it's a double point system in place here, and we'll bring up some standings for you guys throughout the broadcast here. We got some fun little stuff to bring up, as we always do for you guys and gals out there that are watching. So we've done this in the past with other leagues. So we got a cameraman on track, ladies and gentlemen. We had to grease some wheels. We had to slap some bills and some hands, but we got our cameraman on track here at the grid. So we're going to do a quick little rundown the fun way with our cameraman on track here. So clearly we have Hair Razor sitting on pole here in that beautiful Ferrari, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, this is really my favorite part about doing rebroadcasts, is I can get a cameraman on track and we can really take a look at some of these awesome liveries. So, and then second place here is Doug. Gorgeous BMW livery right there. And then we're going to move up the line here. We got Lamborghini. We got Supra here in the Lamborghini. And Supra's really been showing up here at the end of the season in that Lamborghini. We've got Tap here in that BMW as well. So Doug and Tap obviously for Team BMW here this season. Moving up the grid here, we've got Supra's teammate 750. And he really likes that Mad Panda deal there. He's always had that Mad Panda livery going all season long. Moving up the field here, we've got Trolling Colby in that Toyota 86 here. And I wonder if he's a Cleveland Browns fan, ladies and gentlemen. Moving up the line here, we have Type R in the Gas Monkey Garage, Aston Martin. Now, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here, this is my favorite livery of the season. This is just a beauty. Absolute beauty right there. Moving up the line, ooh, we got a nice sharp look at Porsche here tonight, too. So we got Monkey Mafia here. And, ooh, look at that. That is a beauty. That's a new livery on Monkey Mafia's Porsche for this race, so that's a getter. And then we've got Aston's teammate Happy Pappy here as well in the other Gas Monkey Aston Martin there. Love that livery, I really do. And then, of course, we've got our championship leader here in the back of the pack, Bufu Shidara, ladies and gentlemen. And with a good, strong race finish here today, he could lock down that the season championship on the individual standings. So be interesting to see how the drivers handle all this. So we're going to get this dude off track here, and we're going to get this thing going. So this is round 13. We're at Spa. We're over in Belgium here, and we're going to kick this race off. So we got ourselves a nice, juicy 50-minute endurance race here, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope everybody enjoys all the action. You're most welcome, Boosted. You're most welcome. It was fun to watch, brother. Let's get you guys some... Let's get you guys some information here as well. There we go. All right, so we are with our race leader. We got a green light here, ladies and gentlemen. We got Hair Razor getting off to a great start in that Ferrari there. We see Doug tucking in. He's going to go outside. Super's going to look inside around the first corner here. And now that first hairpin spot is tricky, so let's just make sure all our drivers, looks like all the drivers made it through. We got a great shot coming down the straight here, moving up into La Radion and Eau Rouge. And once these guys get through here, this is a tricky sector, so we have to see if the guys are going to be patient and go single file through here. Doesn't look like anybody. Oh, we got a little bit of an attempt to go 2x2 here between Tron and Monkey Mafia, but Monkey Mafia backed out just a little bit there. Tron going a little bit wide. Probably going to pick up a penalty for that there, but they did a great job of getting through there in one piece. So now the drivers are moving up to Camel Straight here. We got Doug in first place, ladies and gentlemen, and then we got Super now in second. Hair Razor's dropped all the way down to third place here. We got Tap in that other BMW sitting right in behind in fourth place here. So we got a great little battle here for podium positions early on in the race. And then we've got the Gas Monkey boys sitting side by our nose to tail here. And we have seen a race in the past where these guys got together like that and they worked together to chase the field down. And yeah, I got to tell you, it was a lot of fun to watch. So let's see if these guys hook up here again for Team Aston and start working together here to push the issue against the rest of the field here. And let me tell you guys, they did a fantastic job in round 11 doing that as well. So we see Boo being very patient there just in the back. He's gotten ahead of Tron and Monkey Mafia. Now these two are battling really good here in the back for 9th and 10th place. And we only do have 10 drivers on track here today, so we're missing a few of the drivers here at Spa today. So it should be interesting to see how the standings will shake up after the race here today as well. But actually, I bet you I got the wrong standings in place. Actually, now that I think about it. So we have Doug here in first place, and I gotta tell you, man, the boys over at the GTRC are quick with getting those standings up in the Discord channel, so I actually might have the wrong standings up on the stream here, so I'll have to look into that before I show them to you. So we do have Supra here in second place. He's trying to chase Doug down. Now, Doug's been chasing that top finish here in the season all season long. He's been all over that podium, but that race win's been a little bit elusive for him here this season. It's clearly Bufu Shidara has been hogging that first place podium all season long. But boy, these guys are starting to get racy here near the end of the season. They're starting to give Boo a little bit of a run for his money here as far as finishing ahead of him in the latter stages of the season here, which is good to see. So we got Tapped is all over Hair Razor coming out of the hairpin here. We're on lap 2, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get about 30 laps here, give or take, 26 laps here, give or take, maybe a little less. And the drivers are required to run on medium tires only here in the series. The tire and fuel is 3 times and 3 times as well, so they will have to make a pit stop throughout this race. I haven't been able to see a driver make a one stop yet this season, so no stop yet this season, so it is definitely going to be a pit stop style race. Typically these guys just do it in one stop, so we'll have one round of pit stops for sure here at Spa today, and then we'll have to see how the race settles in after that. So strategy is always coming into play, of course, when you've got fuel and tire wear in play, and a bit of an endurance race. So Doug's starting to pull a bit of a gap here on Super now in that Lamborghini in second place. So Doug's looking very strong here in very early runnings at Spa, and something tells me that BMW is probably a really good car here at Spa, actually. And then we've got Super in that Lamborghini here in second place, and I guess really the key here for Super is going to be to manage those tires and the fuel in that Lamborghini. We got Hair Razor here in third place. Now, he's been showing great pace all season long, and he's a very patient, strategic driver, so he's just going to stay patient, and then he's only going to really force the issue when he needs to here. So I don't suspect we're going to see too much battling going on up front really immediately here. We got Tap there. We got, 750 getting really wide there, getting into the marbles. They're losing the car just slightly there. Manages to keep it together, but that gives Boo a really good run on him here, so we're going to stick with Boo here. Well, he's, and 750 went really, really wide coming around the corner there, getting into the greasy stuff out there. Has to back out a little bit not to lose the car, and that gives Boo the easy pass on 750. So Boo now up into 5th place, ladies and gentlemen, and, it doesn't surprise me. This guy's just a quick driver. He's just absolutely blazing fast. We do see 750s kind of trying to answer back here, though, but you see him losing a little bit of that penalty in the chicane there, so he's going to have to pull over here right about here to start losing that penalty. And that's actually going to probably give Type R a good chance to really get up on the back end of him here coming into the first hairpin here. Tricky corner this hairpin too here at Spa in turn 1. The breaking point, finessing around that corner and getting a good exit is just, it's really a tricky thing to do. And you can see the driver's doing a good job there, both 750 and Type R there. We see Monkey Mafia up ahead of Troll and Colby here, and then I'm not sure what happened there. Happy Pappy now going into pit lane, probably to fix some damage there, so... Doug in the lead, ladies and gentlemen, and looking pretty solid here. He's now stretched that gap out to about 1.2, 1.3 seconds, just judging on the distance from the car behind. So great stuff here by Doug. We're going to jump on board here with him. And normally we have a little banner across the bottom of the screen so you guys don't get to see all the messy stuff that goes on in these replay streams, but I don't have the banner up for this particular league, so yeah. You guys get to see what I do here to make all this work and happen. So as you can see, we're starting to see some front tire wear here on the BMW of Doug's car here, and we're only on lap 3. So I mean, he needs to go at least 12 to 13 laps, I'm guessing, on this first set of tires to really really get a good final stint run in the BMW here. But you know, I'm a big fan of this GR4 BMW myself personally. It is a tricky car to drive, but these types of racetracks, Spa, Nürburgring GP, stuff like that, very, very good tracks for this car. So we do expect to see BMW do pretty well here. I'm just going to check out the stream metrics here, make sure the audios are all working properly. Everything's looking pretty good. I'm probably a little loud because we were doing ACC last night, so just let me readjust this, you guys. I do apologize if it's a little loud. Alright, so we need that one to do that, we need that one there. Alright, that should be what you guys normally hear doing broadcasts here now. And we gotta do a little volume adjustment, we're good. Alright. Alright, so essentially we're doing an onboard with our leader here. We just started a little, usually we do that right at the start-finish line, so we'll just stick with Doug here. We'll take a little peek behind him here too, as well as you see a battle starting to develop for P3 back there between Hairraiser and Tap as well. So let's jump into those battles, actually. So we still have Supra having a fantastic race here in that Lamborghini, sitting in second place. Really getting a good run through our Rouge and Laurentian coming up to Kemmel Straight here. So that Lamborghini is quick, and we actually see Hairraiser and Tap battling here now. So Tap is trying to get the run on Hairraiser. Hairraiser really did need to stay beside him there to keep that inside line coming into the next sector here, but Tap does get the job done through Slipstream there, manages to get around Hairraiser. Now is going to assume third place from Hairraiser. So great job by Tap there in the other BMW on the track here today. And BMW is starting to show a little bit of prowess here today at Spa. We do see Boo now starting to really close up on these guys. And Boo is absolutely, he's just a quick driver. You know, this guy never panics. He's very calm. He's very cool, collected. He's got a plan in his mind. And yeah, he goes with it, and he makes it work almost every single race. So it's really interesting to see how it's going to happen here for Boo today. We've got 750 here in 6th place. We've got Type R in 7th. We've got Trone in 8th. We've got Monkey Mafia sitting currently in 9th. Man, I really like the livery on that car, actually. I like that green myself, personally. We've got Happy Pappy here, rounding out the top 10 here in the other Aston. Has struggling a little bit there. We did see him go in the pit lane, so he's a little bit behind the field at the moment, but not too bad. I mean, it's definitely doable here. If you can really make a pit stop work for him here now, he'll be able to get caught back up with this pack, no problem. As again, these are long laps here at Spa, so and it's always a 50-50 shot at Spa what the weather's going to be like when the guys unload their cars here at the racetrack and the crews get ready. You never know if it's going to be raining or it's going to be nice here, but looks like the weather's going to cooperate here for us today at Spa. So see the sun shining, the track's nice and warm. Going to give these guys lots of grip underneath of them here in these Group 4 cars. And you can really send these Group 4 cars, ladies and gentlemen. They're a lot of fun to drive, and you can really push them a lot harder than you think you can. and they hold the road quite well. So really the difference between a GT4 and a GT3 car, I guess, is the fact that the GT4 series or the GT4 class is more designed to be more street style than it is race style. So you know, it's a lot of street regulations, the body style, stuff like that. They don't have a full racing aerodynamic package like the GT3 cars do, stuff like that. You know, they're designed to be a street model racing circuit series, where the GT3 cars are taking those street cars and now you're turning those into race cars. So there is a bit of a difference between the two, and of course there's a power difference, a very large power difference between the two classes. But yeah, I'm a fan of the Group 4 cars myself personally. I really enjoy driving the Group 4 cars because you really can send these cars, and it's just a lot of fun to be able to full push these cars, and they do what you want them to do most of the time. So yeah, the Group 3 cars, you know, they require a lot more finesse and a little more of a different driving style to really be able to send them around the track. And yeah, it's just definitely two different driving styles between the two classes. And at the end of the day, they're the same cars, just with different body modifications and, you know, some different parts inside of them. So it's really cool, the GT series, the way the circuits are run, and the way you know, the way they do the championships in real life, and of course how they implement them into the sim racing games as well. But yeah, Group 4 I'm a fan of. I enjoy the Group 4 class cars, personally, on a personal level as a racer. So, and I am a big fan of this M4 BMW, let me tell you. So, and it is looking very strong here today with Doug behind the wheel of this BMW in first place here. He's a good driver. He's got a good handle on this car as well. We've seen him drive this car really, really well all season long, and he's really been keeping BMW in the battle and manufacturer side of things. So teammate Tap is no slouch himself either, ladies and gentlemen. That BMW, he just had a little bit of a rough patch mid-season, and he's found that rhythm again there as well. So he's looking really strong here. Currently sitting in P3. He's all over the back end of Supra here, and giving that Lamborghini some BMW business. But Hair Razor's on the back of this, and then we've got our championship leader Boo Fuchidara just behind these guys. So we got a juicy little mid-pack battle here. Anything is really could happen here, and we'd see Tap kind of taking a look on Supra here. This is a tough spot to make a pass. You got to really be patient here. Super going really, really wide there, so the pressure getting Super a little bit there, and Tap's going to give Tap the inside line coming into the chicane. He should be able to get this move done here, and absolutely going to get this move done. Get a nice exit here off the final part of the chicane, coming up start finish line, and Hair Razor also getting a good run there. So Hair Razor looking like he's going to try and get around Super here now as well. Just doesn't quite get a good enough run on that Lamborghini, and we just see Boo sitting back there very, very patiently, just waiting, seeing if one of these guys is going to make a mistake. Great exit and entry into the hairpin there by Hair Razor. You're really seeing him take all that curb and really get that car close to the wall, and that's where you want to be around corner one of Spa, ladies and gentlemen, to get a really good exit. And we've seen that from Hair Razor, so let's see how these guys handle Rouge and L'Auradion here, coming into the Kemmel Straight. And yeah, no, these guys are on it. Hair Razor is not letting Supra go here. So let's jump on board with Supra here. And this is kind of what he's looking at right now in his rearview mirror, ladies and gentlemen, as Hair Razor is just starting to give him the business here. So we've seen the pressure from Tap get to Supra a little bit here. So let's see how he responds to the pressure from Hair Razor now in that Ferrari. Both these cars are very similar, I guess, in a sense. The Ferrari has better handling than the Lamborghini, but the Lamborghini has a little bit better straight line speed than the Ferrari, so they're quite actually evenly matched cars, in my opinion. And then we just see Boo. Boo's just chilling. He's like, yo, go, what's going on here, guys? You know, just waiting. When are you guys going to make a mistake here? And you can see Boo is all over the back end of Hair Razor here as well. So things are definitely heating up between 3, 4, and 5 here right now. You know, these guys never disappoint, man. These guys are always putting. Oh, and Super again going a little bit wide. And Hair Razor and Boo both take advantage, and Supra loses 2 spots out of that. Just taking the wide line through that corner there, and Boo and Hair Razor just tucked it inside and said, thank you very much, mate. We're going to take that from you, and catch us if you can. So now, Hair Razor up into P3. We got Boo up into P4, and Supra's now found himself down from P2 to P5 here, just in this lap alone. So Super just having a bit of a rough lap here, and it's cost him a few positions. So 750 now here just off the back of these guys as well. We've got Tro and Kobe and Type R now back at it here as well here for 7th and 8th place. So Trone's starting to put some pressure on Type R here. And we're just seeing battles all throughout the field here like we do every week in and week out. These guys, man, they never really do disappoint us here. They give us great racing action every single time out on the racetrack. It's just a lot of fun. And well, you know, we made a little bit of a live announcement over on D.90's page here today as well. So, you know, clear your schedules for June 11th, ladies and gentlemen, because the GTRC, in cooperation with GT45 Gaming, DMJ Vroom Room, and the AGTC, got something a little special coming up for you guys here in a few weeks' time. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned to the socials. You're going to want to be following the YouTubes, the Facebook pages. You're going to want to see what's coming up, ladies and gentlemen, because I got to tell you, we got something pretty special coming for you folks out there for June 11th. So clear your schedules. Take the day off of work. Make sure you're at home. Make sure the kiddies are good and settled in, have their toys, having their fun, because boy, oh boy, we got a big time thing coming for you guys. We will keep you guys updated, so stay tuned, obviously, on the pages, on all the socials, in the Discord servers, because there's more to come. And big collaboration happening here, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. You're really, really not going to want to miss it. So, Bar 27, who's not on track here today in the race, approached GT45 Gaming with something, and yeah, we got something really cool coming up for you guys, and it's going to be an honor to be able to work in collaboration with these guys. Obviously, we've been commentating with the GTRC for a couple seasons here now. These guys are really a stand-up group of guys, and they love to race, man. They really, really love to race on a Saturday afternoon. And you know what, you guys? They're looking for drivers, man. You guys interested in racing with these guys? You want to get involved in their next season upcoming here in about 3 weeks' time? Again, just drop a comment in the YouTube over the GTRC, or drop a comment in my YouTube here on GT45 Gaming. Let me know you're interested. We'll get you set up in a Discord, and we'll get you in there. We'll let you take a look, see what these guys are doing over there, and if you're interested in running, you can register for next season, and you might even be able to get on track for the season finale just as a guest driver here as well, coming up next week at St. Croix. So, yeah, you know, you guys are interested in racing, you want to test your mettle against these guys, you want to get on track with these guys, you want to get some league experience, yeah, man, this is definitely a place to try out. Go check it out. And I gotta tell you, if I wasn't commentating for these guys, I would be on track competing against these guys. They're just seriously stand-up group of dudes, and you can see these guys are clean, man. These guys are absolutely clean. We see Boo bum drafting, hair raiser there coming up the final straight, coming into the last chicane here. And Boo's actually going to try and get that done on the outside of the first part of the chicane. He gets that done. So a little bit of strategy there from Boo to help get into the corner, and then take a hair raiser on the outside. So Boo now moving up into P3. And Hair Razor's giving him the business here, but Hair Razor's going to look inside, coming into the corner here. No, it opts out, backs out of that, and this is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this is racing at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. League racing is where it's at GT Sport, GT7, ladies and gentlemen. It really, really is. This is, you know, league racing is just what really, really gives you the love, the passion, the desire. And when you get involved with league racing, ladies and gentlemen, you gain really strong friendships. You gain great bonds. You become a part of an amazing community, a family, and there's just so much more than just racing on the racetrack. When you're a part of these leagues, you're a part of something so much more, and it's really exciting. It's a lot of fun. So if you're interested, don't hesitate to speak up and let us know, and we'll see what we can do to get you guys involved out there. And this is open to everyone, ladies, men out there, the kiddies. You know, if you can race and you want to try it out, man, just let us know. We got your back. We got your back. So we are here with Doug, our current race leader, and we're about 20 minutes in. We're almost 20 minutes into the race here now, ladies and gentlemen. We're just about 19 minutes here. So we're approaching the halfway mark of this race. So we will start to see drivers making pit stops within the next, I'm going to say probably 2 to 6 laps here. We're going to start seeing the strategies playing out, seeing the guys trying to undercut. Some of the guys will be trying for the overcut. So we do have Team BMW currently sitting P1 and P2, but our championship leader currently is starting to put the pressure on these guys. So we do have Boo here in third place now on the back end of Tap here, and he's starting to apply some pressure to second place driver Tap here in that BMW. We got Hair Razor just behind these guys in fourth. We see Supra here in fifth place, and then we've got teammate 750 right there just behind. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this race shapes up. We got Trone in seventh. We've got Type R sitting in eighth. So Trone has found his way around Type R here most recently. We've got Happy here in ninth place, and it looks like we've lost Monkey Mafia here actually. So we're down to 9 drivers here today. Doug's just coming around that final corner here. He is getting a little bit greasy there. Now you can see on that BMW those front tires are starting to wear. And that's very typical of this BMW. Even with a rear brake balance set on these BMWs, still eats away at them front tires a little bit. So it's just the way the car is. But Doug's doing a pretty good job at managing that there. You see him kind of starting to take a wide exit there, as obviously he just doesn't quite have the grip in the tires that he's looking for anymore. Going into the corners, coming out, the rear tires look fantastic. So we're looking at Tap here, and Tap's tires look much better than Doug's tires up ahead here. So Tap has the room to push here and try to gain some of that gap up on his teammate Doug up in front there. So again, these guys are driving for manufacturer championship, but they're also driving individually. So teamwork does come into play to some extent, but at the end of the day, these guys are still driving for an individual championship as well. And now we see Fuji making the move on Tap, actually taking him on the outside there. And that's a really strong move by Fuji to go and take a driver on the outside of the curb coming out of the Kemmel straight. So, you know what? Clap, hands off, brother. That was a great move. Not easy to make an outside pass, ladies and gentlemen. And he definitely showed how you do it with authority. So great job by Boo there. Hats off to you. We do see Hairraiser here with a half-second penalty, and that is going to hurt Hairraiser a little bit here in his push, and potentially give Super the opportunity to catch up to him a little bit there as well. We have 750 just going around the hairpin here right now, so he's a little bit behind these guys, but not too far away. A big enough mistake by any one of them drivers up ahead of him, he's going to be right on top of him, or a half-second penalty per se even. It could be enough for him to catch right back up. So, and none of these drivers are out of this race yet. We still have a whole round of pit stops to go through, which could change everything in the perplexity of the race like it typically does. But now Doug's job is really to try and lose our championship leader, who's on the hunt for P1 here. And, I mean, this guy's been pushing from the back of the pack, ladies and gentlemen. Look at his tires. His tires are in incredible shape. We got Hairraiser. Hairraiser's tires looking really solid, too, on that Ferrari there as well. Hairraiser's really had a great handle on that Ferrari all season long. We're seeing Super's tires not looking too terrible either here, actually. They're wearing not too bad on that Lamborghini. I think our leader has some of the worst tires we've seen in the field so far. 750's tires are starting to wear pretty good on the front there. Trone's tires are just amazing. He can go forever on them tires. Yeah, we got Type R here. His tires are starting to wear on that front end a little bit as well. And Happy's tires are looking pretty good still in the back there as well. But now we just got a great battle here between Fuji and Doug developing here. So we're going to jump on board with Doug here a little bit. This is what Doug's seeing through his rearview mirror right now. That's actually a really great shot from the back end of this BMW, right through that little window underneath the fin and above the trunk of the car there. So also a little bit ominous, I guess, if you're the guy looking in the rearview mirror and that's what you're seeing behind you. So yeah, really interesting view here from this BMW. But again, Boo's not the type of driver who's going to force anything. He's very patient. He knows there's lots of race left here. There's no need to really force a move on the race leader, Doug, here. So what we might see Boo do here, we might see Boo just sit behind. Pardon me, I got the hiccups here. Sit behind Doug a little bit and just push him a little bit. Try to pull that gap a little bit from third place driver Tap to get a little bit of a comfort zone and a cushion, so to speak. And then Boo will most certainly probably make his move from that point on. So yeah, chase cam here. A great shot here as well. We love the chase cam view here at Gran Turismo Sport as well. It's really well done. And you can see the sun glaring off the windshield for these drivers here. So coming around that corner there with a little bit of a blind spot with the sun sitting right there right now. And you can see the puffy clouds in the background just floating on by, doing their thing. Just beautiful day here in Belgium today. So, yeah, here we go, rocking and rolling. And Boo's just really content with just sitting behind Doug here currently right now. And again, to me, it looks like he's just working with Doug to try and lose the rest of the pack here and let these two fight it out for P1. So we'll have to see if Doug can hold Boo off here, see if Doug's got enough to take the race win here today. We know Doug has been chasing it all season long. We're rooting for him here today. So we got Tap here in third place, teammate for BMW, and Team BMW looking to stack up some really... Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. 19-4. Oh boy, we got so much happening here at GT45 Gaming right now, ladies and gentlemen. We got a couple charity events being brewed up right now. We got, we got leagues and stuff. We just got a lot going on right now. The phone's always going off. We got lots happening. We got lots of people to be talking to all the time. So I do apologize if you lose me for a few seconds. Typically I don't respond to too much of this stuff while I'm broadcasting, but some of it is important. So we have Hairraiser now opting to come into pit lane early here. So we're looking for a bit of an undercut potentially here. And Super opting to follow him in as well. So we're just kind of waiting for these drivers to get into pit lane here. And we give some love to the pit crews here while they do their work, putting the tires and getting some fuel in these cars here. And of course we get to get another great look at the liveries on the cars here as well while they're in pit lane. And we're going to jump on Super's car here as he was next in pit lane as well. They just dropping the tires on that car, fueling her up. And then Type R coming in behind these guys. He's just rolling up into his pit box here. Eventually. Now Spa is one of the longest pit deltas, so to speak, in Gran Turismo Sport. Now what I mean by that is from the time you enter the pits to the time you exit the pits is one of the longest drive-through runs through pit lane in GT Sport. So the pit stops here, you definitely only want to make them when you have to, as they do cost you quite a bit of time here at spots. For a tire change and fuel, with the pit stop entry and exit, you're probably looking at anywhere between 35 to 55 seconds, depending on how much fuel load you're taking, etc. So we still have Doug and Boo here, nose to tail, running around the racetrack here. These two drivers doing a really good job at driving in close quarters with each other here. They're not making contact. They're showing lots of good respect, and neither one of these drivers are losing any time on the racetrack. So they're doing a really great job here, just trying to pull away from the pack. We got Tap is in third place, but Tap hasn't really let these two get away either. So Tap is doing a really good job at keeping these guys in eyesight range here, which means he's only within, he's within 3 to 5 seconds when you can see a driver. So we got 750 here. 750 is most certainly going to probably have to make a stop here as soon as he gets around this lap. As you can see, his fuel light's starting to flash there. So we're about 28 minutes into the race. So once he should be able to one stop, but of course the more you got to push, the more fuel you're going to use. So we do have Hairraiser after his round of pit stops here in 5th place, and we do see our leaders coming into pit lane here now. So we do have Doug, Boo, and Tap all coming into pit lane at the same time here. And I think what was happening here, it was kind of a follow the leader style deal for these top 3 drivers. When the leader pits, I'm pitting, so on and so forth. So yo, what's up? CC Sim in the house. This is Sport, GT Sport. This is round 13 of 14 for the GTRC community. Big shout out to CC Sim Racing, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta check them out. If you don't know what CC Sim Racing does, you really gotta go check them out over there on Facebook, YouTube. I believe it's all on all the streaming platforms for CC Sim Racing. Man, their series are fantastic as well. They got some top level drivers over there at CC Sim. And man, let me tell you, Mr. Craig Cook over at CC Sim Racing there, man, he's got a beautiful community. He's got a beautiful race setup. And it's just a lot of fun to watch them guys. So if you haven't checked out a CC Sim Racing race yet, ladies and gentlemen, you definitely got to go check it out. And we got 750 coming in here with the Mad Panda Lamborghini here, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I got to tell you, I know for a fact this driver loves this Mad Panda thing, man. He is all about it. So, a great looking livery there. We're going to see Tron opting to still go around here. I'm really, really surprised by that, actually. So we have a couple drivers that haven't made their pit stops yet, but coming out of pit lane, we see Boo Fushidara in first place. So, Boo using a little bit of pit strategy there, and he's actually jumped Doug in pit lane. So we're going to take a look through the field here now that the pit rounds are set, and you see that Boo Fushidara has taken just a little under 75% fuel going into pit lane there. So I think he was using the fuel to get out ahead of these drivers, and Tap did the same thing actually. Tap also short fueling that BMW here to just under 75% fuel, and he jumped Doug in pit lane as well. So Hairraiser, we seen pit a lap earlier looking for that undercut, absolutely helped him out. He has actually gotten ahead of Doug for P3 as well. So Doug is the loser out of the round of pit stops here. Unfortunately, he was leading the race going into the round of pit stops, and now finding himself sitting back in P4. And as you can see there, he took about 80% fuel, so that is exactly where he lost his time, was in the pit lane there. and a little bit of strategy coming out of these drivers here to gain position. So really great stuff here by our GTRC guys, and man, week in, week out, these guys really produce some great racing for us here to bring out to you guys, to the fans, to the viewers, all the men and women and the kids out there that love to watch this style of racing. So great job here by Trone. He's been a very solid driver all season long as well. We got Type R and Happy Pappy teammates here. Happy Pappy had a little bit of an incident earlier on in the race, so he's a little bit behind the pack at the moment, but really unfortunate. I wanted to see Team Aston Martin doing some really great slipstream bum drafting work again, like we saw in round 11. But they're just not close enough together, unfortunately, today to really push the rest of the pack. So we do have our new race leader right now, Bufu Shidara, and we're just, we really can't do an on board with our race leader right now because we just have so much going on here. In this race right now. I mean, we have a battle for P2, P3, and P4 developing as we see Tap right now currently sitting in second place. And Hairraiser did take a look there. I thought he was going to tuck inside and make a move there, but Tap just able to close the door on that Ferrari. That was some tense moments right there, ladies and gentlemen. That was some absolute tense moments. So let's jump on board with Hairraiser, who's in the middle of a BMW sandwich currently. So Hairraiser at the moment trying to chase Tap down for P2, but also having to defend P3 from Doug in behind in the other BMW on track. And we know Doug has some pace here today as he was leading the race. Oh, and there we go. Hairraiser making the move on Tap here at the end of the Kemmel Straight, but he getting a little bit wide, and Tap with a great response. That was a beauty, ladies and gentlemen. And we're actually gonna go take another look at that because that was just absolutely a sweet move by Tap there after the initial move from Hairraiser. So we're going to take another look at that. That was great stuff. So we see Hairraiser's in the slip here. He pulls out. He's got a little bit of overspeed from the slipstream. He's going to pull ahead of Tap here coming into the corner. And he's actually going to get the move done coming into the first part of the S-Course. I believe it's either Schumacher S's if I'm not mistaken. And getting a little bit sideways, and then you see Doug coming around there as well. I think we missed it. We did. We missed the initial move there. So my apologies. This is a replay. I don't quite have the same capabilities of bringing these as a replays to you guys like we would normally when it's live. But so now we got Tap sitting back in second place. We got Doug now who has moved up into P3. And we got Hairraiser now back into P4. So we did get a little bit wide coming out of the Schumacher S's there. Now it allowed Doug to get around them as well. But Hairraiser made a beautiful pass on Tap. And then Tap just absolutely responded and demolished him through the final half of the Schumacher S's there to take that position back. And it's just some great racing here by these guys today. I'm really sad I missed this live because these guys are really putting on a show here again at Spa today. And man, oh man, it's a treat to work with this group because these guys just never disappoint. But Bufu Shidara now starting to do what Bufu Shidara does, ladies and gentlemen, and drive away with the race lead here. As we can see, he has opened up a pretty decent-sized gap on our second-place driver, Tap here, who's looking at about a 2 to 2.5 second gap now from Bufu Shidara. But we do see Hairraiser trying to make a move on Doug here. He was in the slip, so he has some overspeed, so he definitely didn't want to be getting into the back end of the car there. So you see him just taking a look on the outside, and that's just to do two things. Get some clean air in the front end of that Ferrari, so when he hits his braking zone, he's got his aerodynamic force there. And of course, obviously not to drive into the back end of the competitor in front of him, as he doesn't want to ruin both drivers' races there. When you're in the slipstream and you're coming into these braking zones, you do have to realize as a driver in behind that you're coming into the corner faster than you normally are, so you do need to make a slight adjustment in your braking. You need to, hit that brake pedal about 10-15 meters sooner to make sure that you don't make contact with the driver in front of you, but also to make sure that you don't go wide into the corner and screw yourself up. And it also gives you the capability to tuck right back into that slipstream, continuing on and try to make a move on the driver when you see fit. So we are seeing that done very well here by Hairraiser right now. As you see him just in slip right now, he's going to tuck right up in behind this BMW. And then he's probably going to go out to try and make a move. But Doug is defending here. He's not going to give Hairraiser the inside. He's like, no way, my friend. You want this, you got to go out. And now we see Doug squeezing him a little bit tight there. He's just not giving him that line. He's going to hold that. But Hairraiser does have the inside. No, Doug had some better speed coming out of the first part of the Schumacher S there. And again, just holding Hairraiser off. Some great battle between Hairraiser and Doug here for third place right now at Spa. And let me tell you, these guys, they've been battling all season long. These two drivers are definitely not unfamiliar with each other. And they've been racing, battling hard all season, and nothing's different here today. There's no hard feelings, but there's no love lost either, ladies and gentlemen. So we got Supra here now in 5th place. He's having another great run in that Lamborghini. And as the season's progressed, he's really started to dial into that car. We've got 750 teammate just behind, so Team Lamborghini looking to have some good points here as well. We got Tyrone here in 7th place for Toyota. We've got Type R currently sitting in 8th, and Happy Pappy rounding out the field here in 9th in Team Ass. And of course, we did lose our Porsche driver, Monkey Mafia, due to maybe a disconnect. I'm not exactly sure what happened. All of a sudden, he just wasn't there. So to me, that looks like a disconnect issue, unfortunately. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are esports racing, and the E part of that is electronic. And unfortunately, with technology, sometimes, you know, the internet is what it is. We're at the mercy of the internet, unfortunately, here with esports racing events. And sometimes, you know, the internet just doesn't want to cooperate for a driver, and it disconnects you from the lobby, and it's really unfortunate. But that's the way it goes. In real life racing, you know, guys blow transmissions, they blow engines, they pop tires, they get caught up in incidents, you know, and that's the end of their race. So essentially, it's the electronic way of an engine blowing in your race car. So, P1 to P4 here is just tight. We're within like 3 seconds, maybe 4 seconds apart from P4 to P1 right now. And just a really great battle up front here between all these drivers. So, while we're kind of sitting on this, I'm going to bring up the Actually, yeah, you know what? On that note, we're going to go get the right standings for you guys. How about that? Oh, we do have the right standings. We're good. All right, perfect. You always hate thinking that you got the wrong information when you're broadcasting. So we have the right information. So we're going to bring that up for you guys right now. So this is after round 12, ladies and gentlemen. So after round 12 in Japan at Fuji, this is where we're sitting overall in our individual standings and, of course, our manufacturer standings. For some reason, it's like uber big. So we can just do this right on the fly, right with you guys here. We can make this a little bit tidier. There we go. So now we can see the whole deal. All right. So individually, ladies and gentlemen, we do have our current race leader leading the championship standings, Bufu Shidari, here with 214 points. And if the race finishes in the way it sits right now, that is going to lock down the championship here for this season for Bufu Shidara. So he's looking really solid to lock down that title here today. And then we've got Hairraiser in 2nd place overall in the standings. He's currently running 4th in the race here today, and he's just behind him with 180 points. And then we've got Doug with 158 points. And right now Doug is currently just a position ahead of Hairraiser there. So a small gain to be made if the race finishes in these positions currently. And in 5th place, we've got Ibra, who's not in the race today. We've got Supra in 6th place. So Supra looking to gain some points on that driver here today with a good solid 5th place running right now in the race. We got Trollen sitting in 7th. Again, he's in the race today looking to gain some points there as well. And currently sitting 7th in the race. We've got Type R in 8th and sitting 8th in the race. We've got Barr currently sitting 10th, who's unavailable to make the race today, so he's not on track. We've got Ben, who's also not on track. Superhero, who's not on track. Happy Pappy, who's currently sitting 9th right now today in the race today, so he's looking to gain some points on some drivers here as well, moving into the final round next week. And then we got Monkey Mafia and Hannah, I believe that is. PLE's Hannah, ladies and gentlemen, sitting in 14th place there. So manufacturer side of things, we do have Team Toyota leading the charge with 317 points, but Team BMW is right there. They're at 287 points, ladies and gentlemen, so they are nipping. And then Team Ferrari is just behind with 269 points. And then we got Team Lamborghini in 4th, Chevrolet in 5th, Lexus in 6th, we've got Renault in 7th, Aston Martin in tied for 7th, we got Jaguar in 8th, Porsche in 10th, and Hyundai in 11th. And I apologize, I bottled that right up, ladies and gentlemen. But, you know, that's the way it goes. So, yeah, it's been a pretty good race here so far. We're trying to get rid of that. There we go. So let's go back to our race leader here. And he's just coming around this little bit of a high-speed section here. Going to be coming into this hairpin. So out of the Schumacher S's, we're coming into the... Oh, I really can't remember. I feel like this is I'm not going to say because I know I'm wrong. I can't remember the new corner of the name corners. So we did a race on ACC last night, ladies and gentlemen, at Silverstone, and I've got all the corners in my head from Silverstone still, and I'm really confused now with Spa. So I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen, as I do know more of the corner names here at Spa. They're eluding me today. But we are with Boo. We're going to do an on-board with Boo here shortly. But we do have Doug now, who's actually moved up into P2. We see Tap at P3, and we see Hair Razor all over the back end of Tap here. I hit the wrong buttons again. In P4, so we got a really great battle here. I'm trying to get you guys the cockpit view here, as this is what it's looking like from Hair Razor's point of view right now, as he's trying to find a way around that red and white BMW in front of him. And Tap's job right now is to make that BMW as wide as possible to take up as much of that racetrack as possible, so Hair Razor doesn't have a way around him here. Because Team BMW is really looking to gain some great points here in the manufacturer's side of things today with a potential P2, P3 finish. So Tap has really got to do everything he can to try and keep that Ferrari in behind. And we've got Super in 5th, 750 in 6th, Trone is in 7th, we got Type R in 8th, and we see Happy Pappy coming back into pit lane here. He's going to be making his pit stop here now, so making a really late stop here. And we are with Boo, so let's jump on board with Boo. We've got about 7 minutes remaining in the race at this point, ladies and gentlemen, maybe 8. And yeah, that'll be all she wrote for this one. But again, the guy's just doing a fantastic job here. But I'm going to let you guys just enjoy the sounds of the car for this lap around Spa with Boo Fushidara. So great onboard shots there with Boo Fushidara, our current race leader, and of course our championship leader here as well, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just looking up in the chat here, catching up on some of the comments, and we got Doug up in chat saying my pit crew fell asleep, he thinks. So I'm sure that that the crew and the race leader and the driver will be having a little bit of a chat after this race. But Doug's doing a great recovery here. He's still in P2, and I mean, he is battling here. This battle for P2, P3, and P4 has just been intense all race long, and we're going to stick with this here probably for the duration of the race until the final lap there. Of course, we want to catch everybody coming across the start-finish line when we can. But great battle here for P2, P3, and P4 as we see Hair Razor's now again in the middle of that BMW sandwich there right now. And he's just doing everything he can to try and keep Tap behind him and catch it back up to Doug here. So we got some great battle here for the podium here today. And, you know, I'm not surprised. These guys, again, they just, every week, man, these guys are just great show. And we've seen a drag race to the start and finish line for position almost every race this season by somewhere within the field. So it is sure shaping up to be much of the same here again today, as we're going to see a battle right to the start-finish line here for these second and third podium spots here by the looks of it. So don't leave your seats, ladies and gentlemen, because you might miss something. This is just great stuff. So we see Doug's now trying to get a little bit of a gap, but Hellraiser's closing in there, but Hellraiser getting a little bit wide coming through the big sweeper there, and that actually gave Tap the opportunity to get around him on the inside there. So Tap's now moved up into P3. Hellraiser's dropping down into P4. And I guarantee you this isn't done yet, ladies and gentlemen. This battle is going to continue. We're getting down to the nitty-gritties here in the race. We're getting down to it here, and these drivers are going to want those positions for the points in the standings. So, it's getting heaty. We're getting sweaty up in here. It's getting warm on track, and oh boy, we got some action happening. So as always, these guys don't disappoint, man. These guys always put on a great race, and this is shaping up to be a drag race to the start-finish line here between Hellraiser and Tap, and we ain't leaving it, Chad. We sticking with this battle here. We sticking with this battle for now. And we now see Hellraiser going on the outside of Tap going into the final chicane there. That is going to give him the inside line. Tap squeezed him a little bit of contact there. And the drivers continue on. So Tap is just trying to break that slipstream right now. You can see him swerving right across that racetrack. And Hellraiser's just like, where you going, mate? We ain't done yet. So here we go around the first corner. You see the patience from Hellraiser there, knowing that's not the place to make the move. And right into the slipstream. So these guys are going to come through Lorient and Eau Rouge. They're going to hit that Camel Straight, and we'll see if Hellraiser makes a move by the end of the Camel Straight here. And actually, absolutely beautiful line by both those drivers through there, as that is a very tough sector, because I mean you're basically full sending that. That's a full send type deal there, and you gotta have nerves of steel to make it work. So. As suspected, we see Hellraiser taking the inside here. Tap can stay beside him here. He's going to give him the inside line for the next corner. And, he does take a look as Hellraiser went a little bit sideways there. So you see Hellraiser's really pushing this Ferrari right now. And he does get the job done. So Tap now moving back into P4. Now we got Hellraiser up into P3. And, these guys are making me work right now, let me tell you. Whoo, doggy, get it done, boys. Let's get some. All right, so Tap now in fourth. We're going to get to the field here real quick. We got Super in fifth. We got 750 in sixth. We got Kobe in seventh. We've got Type R in eighth. And we've got Happy in ninth. So our race leader, Boo Fushidara here. We are coming around the final parts of the racetrack here. He's in, what I believe is Sector 3. And we're going to be coming around. So let's just jump back with these guys here real quick. Is now Hellraiser into P3, Tap into P4. Is Tap going to respond here on the next lap? I believe there's another lap yet. We are going to stick with our race leader here, with that being said, just in case this is the final lap. We did go back a few seconds on the replay to check out a really nice move. So what I see for time on my screen is not necessarily where we're at in the race. So we do have Boo coming around this final chicane. We're just going to stick with Boo here as he comes across start-finish line. And we'll see if this is it or not. I don't think it's going to be. I think this is going to be potentially his penultimate lap now. So we're moving on to Doug as he comes across here. So Doug coming across here. And ooh-wee, we see Hellraiser and Tap both going a little bit wide coming around the final corner of the chicane there. But these guys are starting to kind of close in Doug here as well. So this has just really been an interesting battle here for P3 and P4 the last 3 or 4 laps here, as Doug's managed to be able to pull a little bit of a gap from these guys because they've been battling so hard for that P3 position. Wow, really intense stuff here. So we do have Supra coming there. We have 750 not too far behind. And we got Happy Pappy in the mix there. He had to make a couple extra pit stops here in this race. So Happy Pappy is would be lap traffic here today, and I think we've probably got about 2 more laps left in the race here, if I'm not mistaken. So where is our P3 battle here? And we do have Tap has now gotten around Hair Razor here. Oh my goodness, these two are just giving it everything they got here today. Neither one of these guys wants to give up that podium position. So, whoa, we see Tap is taking the middle line around here. So we see Hair Razor really tucking in on that curb, trying to get around Tap into the hairpin there, but he just wasn't able to get that done. So he's got to tuck back in behind and wait for the next opportunity to try and make that move on Tap. And we could see it before the end of this lap here. See a response from Hair Razor on the move from Tap about mid-track here on the lap. So and this is where our battle on track is here, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the action is definitely going to be here at the end of the race. So we are going to absolutely try and stick with this as much as possible, but we also have Boo that we need to keep our eye on here too, as he's coming near the end of this lap here again as well. So we're going to stay with this until I see him getting a little bit closer there, and then we're going to switch back over to our leader and to make sure we catch him winning the race as it stands at the moment. Knock on wood, we don't want any commentators curse there. And we do see the final lap flashing on the screen there, so we are going to jump on with Boo Fushidara, who looks like he's going to be the winner of round 13 at Spa here today, ladies and gentlemen. So great job by Boo Fushidara. We are moving up into this battle for P2, P3, and P4. Here we got Doug coming across in P2, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's all about. We got a battle for P3, P4 coming up to the line, and Hair Razor's just not going to get it done. So Tap holding off Hair Razor for P3. Hair Razor right behind Tap for P4. We got Supra now coming around in that Lamborghini, pardon me. And he's going to finish in a nice, strong 5th place here again. So another great drive by Supra. You can see he's pretty happy with that, flashing those headlights. We got 750 coming around here now as well. And I believe 750 is a pad driver here, ladies and gentlemen. So we do have a mixture of controller drivers and wheel and pedal drivers here in the series as well. Whoop. So, sorry, 750. We did not mean to do that. We are going back with 750 here in that Mad Panda Lamborghini as he comes around the final corner here at Spa and is going to round out this race in 6th place. So, great job by Team Lamborghini here today. And then we've got Trone coming around. Happy Pappy just coming over the line there in 9th place. We got Trone coming around here in 7th as he's coming up to this final chicane here. Braking point about there. Tuck that in, hit that curb, a little bit on the throttle to settle the car back down, and then hit that curb and on exit on that throttle as soon as you can straighten that car out. And finishing 7th place here, and Type R in the Aston Martin be our final finisher here today in 8th place at Spa Francorchamps, something like that. So great job by all the boys over the GTRC Racing League here, ladies and gentlemen. And we don't have any interviews for you, sadly, this week because we weren't able to do the live commentary. So I do apologize about that. And the season finale is coming up this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, April 23rd. And the finale will be held at St. Croix. It's going to be a 90-minute endurance race, ladies and gentlemen, for the finale. And it should be a really fun race, so don't miss it. It'll be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here in North America is when this race will start, so that'll be 9 p.m. UK time for those that are viewing over across the pond there in the United Kingdom. So definitely don't want to miss it. It is the season finale. We are officially crowning the champion next week over at St. Croix, and I look forward to seeing everybody tuning in and coming on and cheering these guys on as they finish out their manufacturer's GR4 season here. Great stuff. Thanks for the commentary. Always thanks for the great racing, Doug. Great job, brother, man. P2 job. Nice. Nicely done, my man. So congratulations to all our drivers. We did see Boo Fushidara place in 1st place as per the norm here this season. Boo's been a very, very tough driver to beat. And finishing in 1st place and securing that championship, I believe, now for himself in the individual standings. And then we had Doug finishing in 2nd place, and we had teammate Tap right close behind in 3rd place. So huge shout out to Tap. He struggled mid-season. He's really dialed himself back in, and he's really starting to show what he can do on and off the racetrack here over the GTRC as well. So fantastic stuff from teammate Tap. Hairraiser, huge shout out to Hairraiser as well in that epic battle at the end of the race. That was about an 8-lap battle between Doug Tap and Hairraiser there for position. So the guys never disappoint here at the GTRC. These guys always have tight, close racing. There's always great battling throughout the whole field, throughout the whole race. And yeah, you guys don't want to miss out. So ladies and gentlemen, April 23rd, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be hot. We'll be live on all platforms for this one because it is the season finale. And yeah, make sure to tune in. And again, if you're interested in joining in with these guys, you want to get on track, you want to compete, drop a comment in the YouTube channels, and we'll set you up in a Discord, and we'll get you guys going with these guys. So much love, everybody. I hope everybody enjoys the remainder of their Easter weekend. And much love, much love. Most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, stay winning. We'll see you all Saturday.